profiles online.
Get to know them, and people might surprise you and delight you.
I wish these people would come talk to me.
Not everyone can talk to you.
I want them all to talk to me. I want to have a phone call with everybody online. If that was a thing, I would take like a month and just talk to anybody that was following me.
Anybody and
You
everybody.
have an unlimited plan for that, right?
Right, sure. WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp commercial.
So what does Jason say about the Jackson's grandfather storyline?
You know what? The more I yell at him about it, the more he seems to be like, oh, that could be kind of cool. So by the end, I'm just going to have my own show. It'll be called Jackson's 100.
That look that you see on his face is like resignation.
Exactly, he just gives up. It's like, if I don't do this, I'll have to talk to this guy for the next 10 years.
Fine,
we'll make your own TV show, Jackson's 100.
I'll give you the right.
Here you go. Grandpa Jax.
Make it.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing today?
Great.
I'm doing fantastic because I'm enjoying a sugar-free week. Some of us are trying to do interviews.
I have sugar-free Ricolas always on hand.
Unbelievable.
And I make sure that anybody needs a sugar-free Ricola, they have it.
He gave it to me. Questions?
So, will you still be suffering the effects of events that happened previously?
Yeah.
So, how will that affect you?
I mean, everything's kind of going to have to come with you because it's been, I don't know, 100 years. But I mean, in cryo, if those things weren't still kind of, it kind of just stops it.
Yeah.
It's a stopgap. It's just a band-aid, I feel.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're referring to either like physically, yeah. So if you're I mean, me getting shot in the end of season 5, that will still be effective.
Because it has been so many years, but for us,
because if it was
effect.
healing, then you would be aging.
Yeah.
If that's in cryo,
It
like
freezes
if it was healing while I was in cryo, then I would be dead.
Yeah.
Because I would have aged.
Yeah. You don't age if you're in
Nothing.
cryo, just make
Nothing
sure
happens.
you're done.
Nothing happens. It's just
Sip. It's hey.
That's the last I'll say about it.
So we now have more dance, singing scenes from you.
Stay tuned. There is a scene in the first episode, without saying anything of what it is. It's a moment rarely had on the 100, and I think people will have a lot of fun with it, and I'm involved. That's actually what it says in my talking points.
Great.
I'm allowed to
You read
say
the
that.
DNR.
I did. I did my part.
DNR.
Do not reveal.
Do not resuscitate, because if you spoil, you will be dead.
That one, it said there's a scene in the first episode. You're involved. It's fun.
Yeah.
That's all.
Got it. I'm just Bob today, so I read his.
Bob Morley.
So I really don't know how to answer his questions, which is perfect replacement for him. So what's Bellamy up to? I have no idea.
Coffee's good.
Coffee's great.
Coffee's good.
What is Jackson up to?
Well,
Good question.
again, yeah, it's a very good question. Probably just dealing with the ramifications of last season. I mean, they got out of the bunker, and then they're being put on a new planet, and then stuff happens.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, that's the most, is that they will be, like Richard said, when you get in cryo, you're frozen and you immediately wake up. So all those things that existed before are still pretty fresh
In your brain.
for you. They're right there at the forefront. So that's going to be a part of the things while we're dealing with whatever happens on the new world.
So this season's more about like facing your demons, right? So
Yeah.
for your characters, what can you tease for us, like what they might be facing this season, without giving away spoilers?
A new world. New stuff.
Christ.
How about old loves? How are those going?
Well, that's an interesting thing. Obviously, relationships will continue to develop and fall apart or mend and all those things. To your point, I think with Murphy, that's something. I think that is a lot of what people are dealing with in this season. I've been dealing with that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like that's Murphy's fight with his demons is a daily thing. Yeah, and it's prevalent in this season for sure. And I think this season answers, to me, the most important question about Murphy, that I'm not going to say what it is, but we finally get an answer to a very important Murphy question this season. I'm excited for people to see, because I was excited to do.
That's great. I love that.
Just how far will he go?
Yeah.
What was the challenging moment as far as like? I know you can't say much about this coming season, but you know we've already seen in this first episode about the psychosis part of it. Did you have any challenges?
Randomly occurring psychosis-inducing eclipses.
Yep.
Did you have any challenges doing that?
That's how I had to say that.
Oh, really?
That's
You turning into me?
I called David Anders that night, like trying to learn it. And I was like, I have to like get what I have to say to him. Randomly occurring psychosis-inducing eclipses, and he's like, wow. And then we just kept saying it back and forth. Now I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Every time we see each other.
Welcome to my world, man.
Randomly occurring psychosis-inducing eclipses.
That's basically all that doctor stuff that I do every day. It's like the amount of jargon that I have in my brain now is ridiculous. I can do a gallbladder surgery.
Randomly occurring psychosis-inducing eclipses.
Yeah. Sensational.
Try it.
I love it. Say it again?
Randomly occurring psychosis-inducing eclipses.
Randomly occurring psychosis-inducing hallucinations.
Damn close.
What was the last one? That was the shot.
That's it. You need one take.
Now, you already did a great job of being Bob.
Thank you
But
so much.
We also don't have a Raven here. So we'd like to talk about your relationship with Raven and how that might be.
Yeah, one of my favorite relationships on the show is with Raven.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting. It's such a thing that's taken such a kind of a real turn over
repeatedly.
time. Repeatedly.
Yeah.
I shot her, she tried to shoot me, I didn't mind.
Tomato.
She tried to offer me up to the grounders, I was upset, I apologized later, we're cool. You may have had like a brief crush on her, got over that, she's great, I'm okay.
Frozen for 200 years.
That's my relationship, right?
Yeah.
Frozen for 200 years.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot on a relationship.
Yeah. Jackson's relationship with Raven has always been like, they kind of have a nice bond from the beginning because he was one of the people that helped her get to Earth initially with Finn and Abby. And Abby and Raven have such a close relationship that Lindsay and I always talk about how Jackson and Raven feel like very connected because they don't have their parents around, but they both have Abby to be basically like a surrogate kind of protector for both of them. And so they feel very close in that they both have her from the beginning. So I'm very excited if Raven and Jackson ever have a scene together. If they do, ever. May or may not.
There's only 42 minutes in the episode.
Exactly.
Like Raven and Abby have had conflict. Are you gonna have any kind of similar conflict between you and Abby?
I think Abby in season 5 went through a lot. And I think we'll be dealing with that this season. Whoever is close to her, will have to probably deal with whatever she's dealing with.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you're really? It's hard to say because of spoilers.
It's the
but-
hardest thing.
Right.
Yeah. Is there anything?
I wish I
in
could tell you
particular
everything.
I know, I
that-
really
that-
want to.
That fans should be looking forward to.
For sure.
I think the freshness of this season, also the new cast. I know we've talked about Eliza's performance this year,
Yeah.
but J.R. Bourne,
Emmy-worthy.
Emmy-worthy for Eliza.
Sure.
But J.R. Bourne, I think the fact that this show does a good job of kind of reinventing a new storyline every year. This is not a new storyline; it's a new show.
It's a new show. And
you're
to
gonna
your
feel
point,
that.
To J.R. Bourne's credit, and the writing credit of
Yes.
that. His character, without saying anything about him, it's so intricate, that, like, just the inner workings of that character and the way JR brings it to life, and just the way that JR can literally just like in scenes, doing scenes and look you in the eye, and you can see so much is in there. You see the universe in that man's baby blue peepers.
He just what he does is magnificent this season, and to seamlessly add to this cast like that.
JR, you're handsome.
God, he's beautiful.
You're handsome.
You're beautiful.
You're handsome.
We're singing your praises. To seamlessly come into this
Shannon's
show
good
that
too.
easy, and to
Hey, Shannon.
whatever he has to do, it's not an easy thing, but he made it look effortless.
We have dinner
So good.
reservations at 6:30.
I'm not going to that dinner.
You can if you want.
All right, maybe.
I have 2 open spots.
All right, I'll let you.
It's the best.
Where are you going?
Isabel, with a Y, on Fairfax.
Is she a belle?
It's terrific. She is.
Yeah, you can invite us, but if you don't,
Actually, we just everybody come.
I'm gonna rent out the whole place.
Eliza talked about how Monty's sacrifice really like inspired Clark. But how about for y'all? Do you guys feel like indebted to them?
For sure. I never got to say thank you to him for saving my life, and I think the only way Murphy thinks he can thank him is to try his best to honor that dying wish of Monty's for us to do better. So I think Monty at the end believed that could be better. And so I think Murphy tries. It's just whether or not he succeeds. And if he doesn't succeed, that's just another demon for him to fight. It's sort of that self-loathing that it's like you want to be better and you just can't seem to be better. Sorry.
If you think about Monty's sacrifice, it was something that would go down in the history books of lore. If you think about like the way we look at Becca, we would years later, for 100 years, but years later, you look in the history books with these people and think, oh, Monty Green was the guy that did this for us. If this planet doesn't blow up too or whatever.
Yes.
So his sacrifice is something that is going to be felt by everybody, I think, forever.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever. It's just special.
Forever.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to this new world just because after you found out how it was going to work?
I wasn't excited to drive to Maple Ridge every day.
No. That felt like a new world.
And that felt like
Hour and a half drive.
Oh, God.
Daily.
But it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I think
see why they
obviously
chose it.
we were excited. I think we were very excited. Speaking for us both.
The moment you saw it, you were like, oh my God.
And just the set that they built, I won't bore you with it, but it's exciting. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It felt like you were stepping on a new show. Again.
Yeah, truly, and that was kind of the fun of the season, and I believe it's our best season.
Yeah.
And whatever show this is now, I think it's the best.
The trailer, like we were watching it, that might be one of the best trailers I've seen for any show
In a reservation,
ever.
6:30.
So seeing that alone just shows you kind of what you can be prepared for this season, while not preparing you whatsoever.
Do you have a favorite episode this season that really stood out to you the most?
And I die in the first one. So
Yeah, we all do.
everyone dies in the first one. There's only one episode.
Actually, my favorite episode is the one where Richard dies in the first episode. Yeah.
I think favorite episode is for me, 3, 2, 3? No, 3?
Yeah.
3,
It's definitely in the first three.
maybe 6. I'm trying to remember which one was which. There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones.
How many
I'm not gonna.
previous seasons?
5.
What? Sorry.
5.
Well, from previous seasons, what was your favorite episode?
I think my favorite episode was, for me, it was season 3, episode 1. To shoot, for me. I think our best episode is, I don't know. It's tough to keep.
It's tough. There's a lot. I'm trying to put which season happened what.
Well, there was the Grounders one.
Yeah.
There was the People in Mountain one.
Yeah.
There was the I'm a Crazy Computer Lady
Then
one.
there's the Death Wave.
There was the I'm Earth and I'm mad
Earth
at you
and I'm mad.
one.
Yeah.
And then there was the these people are also prisoners but worse than you one.
They're the grown-up hundos.
They're the grown up hundo one.
The grown-up hundo one.
And then season 6 is the you'll just have to wait and see one.
Yeah. That's what it's been called, and it will be called that for the next 10 years.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just have to wait and see.
Can you imagine?
You have to wait
Nothing
and see.
actually happens in every episode. At
Wait
the end of
and
every
see.
episode, they just go, "You'll just wait and see."
Wait and see.
Stay tuned.
That's the big turn. Nothing actually happens.
Given the show is originally called The 100,
Yeah.
for the number.
Wow, there's 4 of them.
What would be the accurate title now? Is it the 4?
Well,
The
there's
negative
of
4.
the original 100. I think there's only 4 of us left. It's me, Miller. Is it Miller?
Miller and I.
Now that I'm not done yet.
I think if you're saying
Clark.
Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, Miller, Clark, and
Bellamy.
Bellamy technically
Was
not one
was
of
the
the 100.
addition?
He's 101.
Octavia.
Octavia. Boom. That's it.
That is it. My God.
Yeah,
Gone.
Yeah.
that's it.
Are they all dead on The Walking Dead?
They're almost all dead.
Got
People
it.
die on The Walking Dead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
People die
If they
on
didn't, it would be called the Walking Walking. This happens sometimes when he's surprised.
That was funny.
Thanks, man. That's when you know it's good, when he's about to lose a lung.
Yeah.
Did you have any particular favorite things that you got to do with the new members of the cast? We talked to Shannon and JR.
I mean, it's so hard not to give something away.
Because you can't.
Yeah.
I'll say in reality, in real life, so many fun things we got to do with them, not on the show.
Yeah.
Just being friends. For instance, Shannon and I have dinner reservations
At 6:30. At Isabel.
at Isabel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's going to be a great season. Y'all are going to love it.
You guys are really going to like it. It's our best season.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.